depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to look at a new style of secret rare that is being introduced in Battle Partners. Well, Battle Partners in Japan, Journey Together in the West, you know the deal. Take a look at the full art of Hop's Zacian. Now, we don't need to worry too much here about, well, what kind of secret rare is this? Technically, what does it count as and all of that? We can look at the rarity symbol in the bottom left-hand corner. And the rarity symbol in the bottom left-hand corner here tells us that it is an SR, a super rare, I think you want to call it, or is it technically a secret rare? Yeah, because it's 118 out of 100. And we can literally just compare this to what we've seen from other sets over in Japan. And of course, remember that the special illustration rares, think things like the Cerulege, they're actually called special art rares over in Japan. They are SAR. So it's not them, this is just a full art card. This is a full art card like we've been getting for a long time now. They just look different. We could put this side by side with the Durant from Super Electric Breaker, or Surging Sparks it was over here. And you can see that we got that same SR in the bottom left-hand corner. And if I show you some of the others from that same set, take a look at, for instance, Slacking and Milotic. What we've got here are a bunch of cards that look largely the same. Stylistically, the full arts in the Pokemon TCG have been the same for a while. While they're being mixed up in Battle Partners / Journey Together, this is the full art. And if you take Hop out of the top left-hand corner, which I know is hard to do, it actually looks very much like a full art we've been getting for a long time now. Stylistically, they are the same. I mean, they're even made by CG Works that have done a bunch of the full arts in the past. The only difference here is you've got Hop in the top left-hand corner. It looks like the ghost of Hop, which is moderately creepy, but it's not. It's just regular, ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill Hop. Hop is fine. And this is Hop Zacian EX. It's the one we've seen from the set before. We've actually seen both the regular version and we've seen the special illustration rare. All three versions are in Battle Partners. And remember, there's actually a fourth version of it because we do have the alternate art, regular art, if that makes any sense, which is coming in the Hop Zacian EX box over in the West. No word on how that will be coming out in Japan, but I think it's fair to assume at this point that it will be coming in some way, shape, or form. Probably an end-of-year special set or something along those lines, because you know what? Japan always gets these special cards. It just happens. So before we get any further into this, we need to ask a fairly important question of which Pokemon are going to be getting this style of full art. And I can answer that for you with like 99.9% certainty. There are going to be 3 more that are going to be getting this style of alternate art. It is going to be Enzoroark, Lily's Clefairy, and Iono's Bellabolt. Expect those 3 to get this style of a full art with the trainer image on there as well. Because very simply, this is clearly for trainers Pokemon EX. Now, you know I love me some Mamoswine, and I've told you there's a Mamoswine coming in this set, and I am extremely excited for the Mamoswine coming in this set, but the Mamoswine coming in this set is not going to have this style of full art, because there is no trainer. In order to have this style of alternate art, you need to have a trainer to put in there. These full arts only work when you've got a trainer in there as well. Mamoswine doesn't have one. The EXs in the set that don't have trainers, they're not going to get these. But the EXs that do, and there are exactly 4 of them, yeah, they absolutely will. And I need to give a bit of a shout out here to Maverick Nate, who reminded me about Brock's Mudkip that came out as a Japanese promo a while ago at this stage, which had very much this style of artwork. It was a regular, not a full art, but, you know, ghost, shadow, whatever you want to call it, trainer in the corner. It's a very similar kind of thing. And here's the thing, right? Of the 4 trainers that are coming around in Battle Partners, Hop is by far the least popular. I don't think it's even close, and I don't think that's even remotely controversial. Hop is, by a pretty huge margin, the least popular of them. N and Zoroark, way more popular. Ino and Bellibolt, way more popular. Lily and Clefairy, way more popular. And it's going to be really interesting for me to see which of these trainers win. My inkling is Lily, but I think N could surprise us. Because generally speaking, full art Pokemon cards are just not that sought after. They're just not. They're not a big deal. They're generally very, very cheap. Yes, there are obviously exceptions. The Pikachu from Super Electric Breaker or Surging Sparks, yes, obviously that one jumps out as an exception because it's Pikachu. Obviously, the Pikachu is going to end up being a very expensive, very sought-after card because it's Pikachu. But the other ones I just mentioned for you a minute ago, they're fantastically cheap. They're all around about 500 yen in Japan, which is like £3. It's actually not quite £3, it's less than £3. They are very, very cheap cards. I don't think these full arts are going to be cheap cards. Now, the Hop and Zacian has got the whole, it's the most playable, and it's the least popular trainer, so they're going to be fighting against each other here, but make no mistake about it, the fact that the trainer's on there is going to push the price up. But we're going to have a Clefairy full art with Lily on, a Zoroark full art with N on, we're going to have a Bellibolt full art with Ino on. These are going to be very popular cards. The presence of the trainer on the card is going to massively elevate the price of these cards. And I'm not sure it's necessarily a good thing. Because we already know the special illustration rares are going to get stupid. Like I say, we've seen the Zacian, and that one's going to be big. We've seen the Bellibolt, and that one's going to be huge. We've not seen N Zoroark or Lily Clefairy, and they're not guaranteed to be in the set. They might not be in the set, but I feel super confident predicting they are going to be in the set, and they are going to be huge. We were already looking at a set with a bunch of special illustration rares that are huge. But now we're adding in full arts, which are also going to be huge, and that means that this set is just going to get more and more sought after. Remember, I've been telling you about this set over the past couple of weeks, and I've been telling you that pre-ordering it over in Japan has become a real pain. You know, Prismatic Evolutions was super sought after and popular, and yet I was able to order 5 boxes without any real issues. Well, here I got one, and there was a second drop. I didn't get any. The second drop sold out while I was in the waiting room. So this is already a ridiculous set. I am willing to bet we're getting N and Lily special illustration rares with their Pokemon, which are going to be ridiculous. And these full arts are going to be so much more sought after than regular full arts. And this is kind of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it gives more hits possible from your box. You know, getting a full art Zacian previously would feel a bit bad. Now it's Hop and Zacian. It's going to feel a lot better. But then, on the other hand, trying to collect this set, complete this set, however you want to phrase it, is going to get so much more annoying because there's going to be so many more cards that are attracting a decent amount of value. This is a very, very big deal. Like I've said, EXs that don't have trainers, like my boy Mamoswine, don't even worry about it. I am going to pick up full art Mamoswine. If there's a special illustration rare Mamoswine, I promise you I'll pick that one up as well. I am not confident about that. I am actually quite confident there won't be a special illustration rare Mamoswine. That will make me sad, but that's how it is. If there is, I will obviously get one. But the full art Mamoswine, and we know all the X's get full arts, the full art Mamoswine is going to be super duper cheap. I'm going to be able to pick up a bunch of them if I want without breaking the bank. It's going to be lovely. But these other full arts, we're not going to be able to. And make no mistake about it, they're not going to be on the level of special illustration rares, but it's not even the hop. Hop is just showing us what's happening. This isn't the big card. The big cards are going to be the Clefairy, the Zoroark, and the Bellibolt. Basically everything but the Zacian is going to end up being one of the big full arts in this set. This is a very big deal. It is a very big story. It is new, it is different, it is weird, and it is happening, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready, because we know we're going to be getting, well, at least we strongly believe, we're going to be getting more trainers Pokemon in future sets, and that means there's going to be more of this style of full art, and you can either say, yay, I love having a trainer in, or no, I don't, and you can say, yay, I love having more hits, or boo, I don't like having more cards in the set that are going to be really expensive. Either way, this is happening, and it's a pretty big deal. But I've told you all of that now. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this new style of full art. Are you into it, or do you prefer the old style? Let me know in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Evan Parker, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.